They really is. I wanted to talk to y'all. Uh, y'all know how I am about this Dean the King thing for with Kirk Franklin, man. I really fuck with this podcast. This time he had Jermaine Dupri, Ti, Eric Bellinger, and jacquees. And I took some clips, and I'm gonna also post the full video on here. But I took some clips that I just wanted to go over. Um, is one going around that I'm trying to see if I'm gonna talk about last, but I'm gonna play the first clip and then we're gonna get into it.
And I think that that's where I war with. And so, but yeah, it's not always easy, you know.
That's a good question. I've never been like a church person. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a house with a strong, praying, tambourine bumping grandmama. You know what I'm saying? My auntie, strong, very, very strong in prayer. So I know how to pray and I know the word. You know what I'm saying? I know God is real and I've seen the presence in the hand that he's had in my life personally. Don't nobody ain't got to tell me that. I just ain't never felt the connection with church.
Why?
Man, I don't know. It just ain't. To be honest with you, I don't think it's real. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a business just like anything else, and it's a show just like anything else. You know what I mean? Just like you go to Broadway, you see a show. I feel like it's just like somebody standing up and public speaking, just like you get like a TED talk. And a lot of times they be putting a lot of cap on it. And when I say cap, I'm saying cap in their action. The word is the word, but sometimes they try and twist the word, make the word mean something, you know, that will be personally benefiting to them, and not necessarily what the word mean, you know, as its purpose. And that to me, because if you think about it, only times when you read the word, anybody know the word, and you study the life of Jesus Christ, the only time you really saw Jesus Christ lose his temper was in the church. When he went to the church and seen what was going on in the church, seeing how the church people were handling the word of God and what they were doing to manipulate it, to personally benefit, you know, from the word of God. That's when Jesus got mad, flipping tables.
Oh, that's when he flipped the table.
Yeah, flipping tables. You know what I'm saying? And he had Jesus out here like he don't love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But that's why. Cause I connect with the word, like the true word, the spirit. I don't need no broker. I don't need no middleman. I don't need nobody to get my word. You know, I done heard a preacher, I done been to church before, and the preacher say, come on, y'all, put into the collection plate, dig deeper, get your prayers past the ceiling. I say, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all telling me I got to pay this joker. You know what I'm saying? For my God to hear my prayer, man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's unfortunate. Like that. Those moments are unfortunate.
I mean, they are, and I don't put that on. For my God to hear my prayer, man, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
that's unfortunate. Like that. Those moments are unfortunate.
I mean, they are, and I don't put that on the entire, because I think for the most part, there are people who are strong, church-going, God-fearing people that go to church with the intention of serving and praising God. However, you know, I think there's some leadership. There's enough people in enough positions that understand that there is ways to manipulate this word to personally benefit.
Man, thank you for sharing that with us.
You dig what I'm saying?
Thank you. And, you know, just like, I mean, there are good churches.
Yeah. I think I listen to you talk, bro.
But I mean, like I said before, I look at preachers are human beings. No. I don't expect perfection from, I done sold crack to preachers. Okay. I done sold dope to preachers. I done had drinks with preachers. I done gambled with preachers. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean they did. I've learned the word also in my exchange. You know what I'm saying?
But well, you know, if we have more time, if I can get some more water, it's because I want to ask one quick.
Don't ever give somebody something they ain't asked for. Don't ever give nobody something they ain't asked for. Your homeboys ain't ask you to work for you, don't give it to them. But they ain't gonna never appreciate it. They gonna look at it the wrong way. If they ask for it, then you let them do it. But if they don't ask for it, don't give it to them.
If I may add on, and also I'm gonna tell you this: the best way to help people in need is not to become one.
Amen.
You feel me? So keep doing for you and make sure that you ain't the person that's next to them needing somebody to do. Because when somebody do something, let them be in line for that first blessing. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in there trying to stop the blessings and stop it from getting to them, because you straight now. Now the next blessing hit the hood, gonna go to them. You feel me? So the best way to help people in need is not to become one.
Y'all finish this sentence for me. Where I'm from made me
king.
Dang, you took mine.
Where I'm from made me
millionaire.
Oh God.
Resilient, bro. Resilient, bro. That's all I got.
Legendary.
What about you?
Where I'm from made me hungry.
That was high.
All right. Right on.
And then next time we get together, y'all can help give me the history on all of these magical cities. Because you know I've never been. I've never been in my never in my life have I ever been.
Man,
Never in my life have I
man,
ever.
hit me later on tonight.
Oh my God.
Later on tonight, man. Hit my line.
All right, so the first thing I want to say, if you listen to what T.I. just said, Kirk Franklin at the end kind of just really proved his fucking point in my opinion about pastors or people that preach the word, and you see where the fuck he trying to go at the end. And if you don't know what Magic City is, look it up. But this was actually the video I was looking for, and I thought I was gonna play last because it was at the end of it. But this shit I see going around, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've always felt like this. Everything T.I. said with that first beginning about churches, I've always felt like this, bro. I always felt like this about pastors, and I always felt like when I had questions, because I didn't go up in the church. My mom Jehovah's Witness. So it's almost like it's like it ain't even really it's almost like the same, but it ain't the same, but it's almost the same. So they read out the same Bible, just a little flipped. And bro, I had questions and I knew something was wrong I was just curious. Like when I used to see we used to have books that we'll read out of, and they'll have, you know, every situation with Adam and Eve. They'll have, you know, the David situation. Everybody was in there was white. And even at a young age, I knew something just didn't everything just didn't add up to me. And once I started asking questions, they told me not to question that and question like I never, and that to me just pissed me off at a young age. So I stopped at a young age, really going around 11, but I had tapped out. I've been tapped out of that. And once I started, as I got older, I did my own research. I found out that everybody was really in the Bible was black. So that turned me away from religion. Like I've been turned away from religion. I feel like religion is something that people try to use to own you, to keep you in this box and control. And however anybody else, so this is just my opinion. Um, I always felt like I didn't need to have a middleman to go to find the word of God either. And if you know me, I've always been like this. If you know me, I talk about this. I've talked about this in the past. I don't need a middleman to do nothing. I'm not really a middleman. I've never been a middleman person. And what the pastor can do as far as his studying and information, I could do my damn self. Because the pastor is no different than us. And a lot of the times, bro, you have to look. If you really pay attention, bro, look in church, bro. When you go to church, really pay attention. Do they really read out the Bible now? Do they really, are they just really talking about life situation? I haven't really been to church, so I see what people send me. And you see pastors being in scandals. You see pastors being at Diddy parties. And I'm just being real, bro. You see pastors around things that seem like was modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. So it's like you playing with God anyway. Like you playing in, like T.I. say, churches, those buildings are nonprofits. Like people don't understand business. Once you understand business, did you understand that churches are non? Why you think they asking y'all for these? Like everybody think that they're doing it for your blessings and the child. Nah, they need that money because it's a nonprofit. You get what I'm saying? It's a business, and they don't tell you everything. Like, and that's the thing I hate about certain things, bro. And if you do your own research, bro, and you see certain things, pastors don't read out of every chapter. It's certain chapters, if you go to church, they will not read out of, bro. And that's just how it's been. Like it's just always gonna be like that. Even at the Kingdom Hall, bro. Like it's stuff like, bro. I try not to say too much because my mom be watching, and I don't want to get in her feelings. But they know how I feel about like certain. She know how I feel about it. I spoke in my mind about this stuff. I spoke in my mind about religion all the time, and I could get two damn how anybody feel. If you feel like going to church is what you need to do to get closer to God, then my opinion, then goddamn it, go ahead. The situation about Jesus turning the table up in a church, I don't believe that was a church. I just believe it was a temple. Everybody how they switched they switched the temple into church just like they switched the damn fruit into an apple. But when you look up fruit, it's plenty of fucking fruits. That's the thing I hated too. Like everybody be like, oh, they ate out of an apple, and I read the Bible. And I said that shit say fruit. Who the fuck just switched the shit? Like it always somebody getting they just go in the Bible and switching some shit, then try to put it on you, and they don't even say that. A lot of the people don't even read the Bible. They just read the little verses they read, and then how people read the Bible and how pastors read the Bible, they take one verse, they read that verse, go to a whole another verse in the Bible in the back, read that verse to compare it with the verse they just read. I'm like, bro, we don't even read like that. Everybody in that Bible got a story from Adam and Eve, Joseph, David, Jesus, Peter, John. Everybody got a story. Moses. Moses was one of my favorite stories. You feel me? Like Moses turned out to be one of my favorite stories in the Bible, bro. But a lot of time, and then we always talking about Jesus and how the world come to an end, this, and that. But nobody even talks about how God killed Solomon and Gomorrah. That's when they killed those cities. Nobody talks about how God had the great flood with Noah. So if he killed all them people during Noah, who the fuck did Noah meet up to goddamn start having more kids and have populating again? Don't nobody want to talk about that shit. Why is the book of Enoch and the 12 what is it 12 the 12 gospels, why did they take those parts out of the Bible? Why was the Bible rewritten from Hebrew to Latin to now? Why the fuck would I trust anybody to tell me what's in really in that Bible when they have been written and then can't none of y'all speak Hebrew or Latin? So who the fuck is you to try to tell me something when nigga I know you not reading? Like have y'all be trying to do some shit and try to push it onto people because you trying to make yourself feel like something, my nigga. Like you really don't want to have this conversation with me. Cause I will really go there with you. Now, people have their own opinion and they, like I said, whatever gets you do your day, whatever gets you and makes you feel like you closer to God, that is fine. But god damn it, it's stuff in that Bible and it's been written and the person King James was a damn pedophile. Look it up. King James had a whole writing room for the Bible. Look it up. Why would why would the people who enslaved you, we talk about enslaved that gave us this Bible during slavery, whatever, like give us something and you really think they're gonna give us something to give us that faith to believe that like it don't never make sense. It never has made sense to me, bro. So I take it with a grain of salt, bro. I feel like I talk to God and we know it's literally I want to ask people this. Like it's things that I've questioned all the time, bro. We know that it's aliens on here on this earth. That wasn't in the Bible. Ain't nobody talk about aliens being created in the Bible that I knew of. Like it's certain shit that's on this earth that I just don't see and nobody's talking about. That they can't even fucking answer for my own self. Like people like, what are you talking about? Look at this shit up, bro. The shit that they got over there in Antarctica blocking us off and all this shit, it's been non-fact that we ain't seen. They ain't seen UFO in real life aliens. We don't talk about that shit in the Bible. They don't tell us why they switched. They gave us the a book of white people and everybody in the Bible was copper or brown. King Solomon telling his wife to look him in his dark eyes. I mean dark face. You got them saying, they got in the back of Revelation where they're telling you Jesus was copper and hair for like all this stuff, bro, and that don't add up to what you portray that Jesus is. Then it be people that be like, well, we really don't know what Jesus looked like. How does that make any sense? How you gonna tell me something, but you don't know what the fuck he really looks like? It don't make common sense. So don't say some stupid shit to me and think I'm just supposed to run with the shit when you want me to believe what's in here, but you don't even know what the fuck he look like. Then you change the fucking fruit to apple. How you know God didn't want it wasn't an orange? How you know it was a fruit? What if it was a deeper meaning behind it that you just couldn't figure out? Simplify for you to give a damn how nobody feel about not agreeing or if you agree or not. I'm just saying. Then they be trying to say Jesus is God. But clearly it says Jesus is God's son. He was made in the image of likeness of him, of God, like we fucking was. And this is in the Bible. Go look in John. I'm not going to tell you the verse because I'm getting tired of people asking me for shit that you need to go look up for. I'm tired of that. Go look it up in John. I just gave you he's the split. We are made in the likeness and image of God, just like Jesus was. Okay? So if you don't believe it, then why in the Bible it don't tell you what the hell happened to Jesus from 12 to 32? What was he doing between those ages? I never got a chance to skip from 12 to 32. Like, I don't understand this part, bro. Like, we literally, but it's stuff that was taken out of the Bible that y'all know, and we literally go on with our life and acting like none of that matters. It matters. Because you got to teach this shit to your kids. And these kids are getting smarter and smarter. And the stuff that's really coming out now, and the research that we actually putting together, will tell you stuff and show you that a lot of shit that we was taught wasn't really real. It wasn't really wasn't right information. But I'm gonna go on to the next video because I know some people gonna get mad at me for this shit, but I really don't give a fuck.
The minutia that this life has to offer, it ain't gonna get me nowhere. So I just, I stepped outside the lines, and I was bad, man. I was bad.
So it was a village for you.
It was a village. People had to they'll talk to me and had their hands on me as long as they could tolerate me. And then, what I'm saying, I spin out of their hands, and then the Lord will bless me. I fall right into the hands of somebody else who's able to have a hand over my direction and my journey. One person that comes to mind though, is the first guy that ever put me in the studio. I was, 11, 12 years old, man. I found out it was a studio in a set of apartments. A guy who had a studio in his apartment off Washington Road, and I stayed on Camp Creek at the time. So we used to walk. I used to walk through the apartments from the backside of Camp Creek all the way up to Washington Road, get in the apartments. It was a guy named Cognac, man.
Cognac.
His name was Cognac. He later went on to run a bunch of strip clubs in the city, Jazzy Tees, Blaze, Goosebumps, you know what I'm saying?
There's a strip club called Goosebumps.
Yeah, it used to be called Goosebumps. Now I think 2 Chainz owned it.
So please continue.
He called it Candyland.
I just never heard of it.
Sidebar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Goosebumps.
but Kanye, he was like a real, and he was from Miami. He was a real reformed kind of, cat from the hood who wanted to create a safe space for kids to come in and be creative. You know what I mean? And he had some older cats that was in there rapping. I just went, and me and my next door neighbor, we were both the same age. I was a lot more unapologetically resilient than he was, because he wouldn't knock on the door. I said, I'm gonna go knock on the door. So we found out what door it was, knocked on the door. I said, hey, it's a studio in there. And he looked at me, he said, and if it is, what you gonna do? I said, I wanna rap. And so he let me in, but he would never, he always would kind of make sure that my schoolwork and stuff was in, was in alignment, and that I was listening to my mama and stuff like that. So, it took people like that outside of my family, just people within the community who kind of saw something in me and saw that I had kind of rebellious energy that needed to be harnessed and directed. You know what I'm saying?
We celebrate cognac. He went from child care to adult entertainment.
Yeah. He did.
Salute cognac.
He has since transitioned, but he was always a pillar to the community, and you know everybody who ran through the strip club circuit in the late '90s to mid 2000s know cognac. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
In Atlanta, he was definitely a legend.
What about y'all two?
My dad was pretty much fun. Like, I was just the son, you know, traveling with his dad. I ain't know what, you know, I wasn't even. I was too young to even have a clue of what I was actually seeing or where I was actually at. And it wasn't even like I was, you know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about future life when I was with my dad. But my dad was moving around Atlanta, and as I got older, I started realizing what I saw when I was with my dad. But I was just a kid. But my dad used to work for Brick, and my dad used to work for the SOS Band. He used to work at a record company called Bang Records. And Bunny Ransom actually ran Bang Records. And Bunny Ransom was actually married to Maynard Jackson, right?
Okay.
So I ended up being at Maynard Jackson house and didn't even know who house I was
That's
at.
why he knows.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even know. I ain't even know I was over there.
Wow.
But I used to be hanging out with his son named Bugsy, and they had a swimming pool. I just knew they had a swimming pool at their house, and I would go swimming at their house. I ain't know who house it was. And like I said, as I got older, I started realizing, like, damn, I was at Maynard Jackson house when he was actually making these moves in Atlanta to make Atlanta what it is. But yeah, my dad basically put me on that, you know, without knowing he was doing it, because I was just, he was babysitting. He was doing what he had to do. You know what I mean? I remember, like, you know, I used to cry, be in the car crying, and for some reason I remember this, that my dad was smoking weed, and if I was crying, he'll blow the weed in my face so I'd go to sleep.
Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, just let that breathe.
That's an excellent observation that you just made here.
Let's let it breathe.
I'm sure Mr. Malden don't want people to know he was sedating Jermaine.
He said, let it out. I'm gonna be honest. This was my dad cat. That was what my dad was doing.
First of all,
That's how you came up with Funkdafied.
listen, man, I didn't finish high school.
If anybody know, I didn't finish high school either. I ended up doing Penn Foster, cause I had ended up going a different route, man. Like, I was really just running around. I wasn't focused, but I got myself together before it was too late. But I had and I'm gonna answer that question of what I think my where I'm from. What do I think how it made me in a minute, but just to gather thought off that video, it was asking Kurt had asked them who are some people that's been very influential in their life, and I can name two people off the bat is just males. Mom, I mean, my mom's been influenced. She always had my back. So I love my mom, but as far as like influence, as for male, my coach, Coach Lewis. I had a lot of coaches. I had Coach Kenny. I had Coach Tate. I had Coach Travis. I said Coach Lopez. A lot. All right. I said all my boxing coaches were influenced, but Coach Lewis. I met Coach Lewis when I was 16, and I was walking to the gym. I think I was like 16. I was going to the gym, Atlanta Art of Boxing, and he seen me with my boxing gloves. And like, kids don't never do this, but I got in the car with him, and I wasn't really supposed to. My mama flipped the fuck out from that shit, but it was God's timing, because bro, he's been in my life since then. And to be honest with you, he instilled something in me that I probably, if it wasn't for him, I'd be just like y'all niggas is being late. But I remember I was going to the gym one day, but I was running late. I was just bullshitting, and he kicked me out of the gym. I didn't think he was gonna let me back, and he instilled in me to never be late. When I say shit like that at 16, I ain't understand. But when I say shit like that has taken me so far in life, as far as just opportunities and jobs and shit like that, he instilled that in me. Cause if he didn't never instill that with me, I don't know if I ever would have learned it. Cause I wasn't built like I was I wasn't really built on discipline. Like I'm not a discipline type person as far. Like I've just started getting like that basically now, and I instilled that in my boys and my kids. But I wasn't. I didn't. I hated discipline. So I really was, and I was like, I didn't really want nobody telling me what the fuck to do. So he stood up on me, and he really didn't ever yell, cause I didn't like when you yell at me. I don't do too good, cause I be ready. My mind, I be ready to strike. It's like fucking with a pit bull. Like I'm not that. But he never really yelled at me anything, but he knew how to handle. Like he just knew how to be there for me, and really was a great father figure for me. And then I got my big bro, my god brother Dino. Dino has been around me. He met my god sister Sharonda, and her too. Dino and Sharonda are two of the most amazing people that I really don't think I appreciated when I was younger. But now, as I go back and see, man, I don't know what I would do without them. Cause for a period of time, like I said, bro, I was just lost, and I was going through a lot and mentally just lost in the world. And I would be over their house a lot. And I ain't gonna get into everything, but Dino actually taught me how to be a hustler. Dino taught me the game as far as just he taught me what a stat was. He taught me how to never like you gotta do if you want something in life, you gotta go get it. You can't wait on nobody. You can't close mouth, don't get fed. He instilled that shit in me. That confidence, that hustling mentality where you want motherfuckers to remember who you are. You get what I'm saying? And he used to bro, he adopted me like another son. Mine, you already had three of them, three kids over there. They had Philip, Destiny, and Sharonda, my god brothers and sisters. But I used to always be over there. I mean, always. Man, I learned dominoes over there. When I say, bro, I learned like Sharonda and her uncles from California. One of her uncles is a real OG Crip. And I seen that shit come out at the goddamn dominoes table with him and his brothers. That shit was hilarious. But I it's still like all that instilled it in me. We used to have so much fun. We had good times. We didn't have some bad times. We didn't have some arguments at 16 where I blew up at them. But they didn't throw me to the side. He took care of me even during that time. Even when I got an attitude, they took care of me. Took me out to eat with them. Bro, and I'm looking at them like, bro, this is expensive. Used to let me always spend the night. And I'm like, bro, you don't, as a kid, bro, you don't understand how much when you get in this world and you understand what people really go through, paying bills, having to provide for their family, bro. You go back and you be like, damn, bro, they didn't have to do this shit for me. They didn't obligate. They went, you know what I mean? Like they're not blood related, but they're fucking family. And yeah, like I said, we had some good and we had some. And one thing I can say, I learned how to cuss good from over there too. That was just a little bit, but boy, when I say they got down, there's most like hilarious people to be around, and I promise you, like they show me what family really is. Just and Dino and Sharonda been married probably all like since I've known them. Like not since I know them. I'm sorry, not since I know them, because I met Sharonda when I was really young, but like since a kid. And Dino been around since, like I said, since I was a kid, maybe 7, 8 years old. He taught me how to change a tire. Like, bro, like you, these people, bro, like I appreciate. So, and I'm probably missing some people, but those just off the jump, I know it's like I've been thinking about this like for the last few days. These people instill something in me that I will never take for granted, and that I still them my kid. So I appreciate them to death, man. Like I love them. I'm gonna always have love for them, and they are one of the reasons why I treat other kids that I allow to come, like my kids, brother and sister, how I treat other kids and why I treat them the way I do. They instilled that in me because I had people that had thrown me to the wolves too. People that had been in relationships with my mom, and as soon as they be done with my mom, they cut me, like they throw me back into the wolves. That's how I end up leaving McIntyre's because somebody got they Instead of our relationship being our relationship, you threw me back to my mom's because y'all was going through stuff. And I holded on to that for a long period of time. And I never forgotten that. Yeah, I probably still hold on to that too much. And I probably haven't healed from that part as all because I think about how I am with other kids. And I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck what I go through with their moms or what I go through. I never turn my back on these kids, bro. Because that's just being an adult. I can't do that because me and my relationship with you is me and my relationship with you. I'm not gonna do that. But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate the people that never threw me to the side. And they helped me become the man I am. So when you see me being the man I am as a father, because I didn't have my father around. You feel me? Like he wasn't man enough to raise me. And apparently God didn't want him to be man enough, didn't want him to raise me. So I appreciate God for that one. Very much. I'm thankful. God, thank you. Because I don't want to be nothing like that man at all. And to go back to the question that I didn't answer, my hood, my hood is two things. I'm from the south side of Atlanta. I don't like being on the south side of Atlanta, bro. Especially now since I lost my brother Q. I just never did. And it's like I love it, but I don't want to be around it because of what it's been turned into. It's made me the man I am. It's made me a hustler. It's made me cold-hearted. It's made me a fighter. It made me stubborn. There's a lot of things, man. I mean, this is where I'm from, but I'm getting about close to being on the east side as long as I was on the south side. So it's like it has developed me into like, and I say the east side has developed me into the man that that I am now. But I'm gonna get into these last two videos and then I'll be done for the day, y'all.
And then never had a label deal, so it's
Man,
just
you went crazy.
all. And then never had a label deal, so it's
Man,
just
you went crazy.
always
Still going
independent.
crazy.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
So it was like hiring the homies, hiring who I could.
You know what? I will say this.
Thank you.
I do feel a level of guilt for the partners of mine that were around but didn't necessarily live to get to see the dream manifest itself. You know what I mean? The partners of mine who did not, but everybody I feel like who is alive, we get the same 24 hours to work towards something.
Amen.
But the ones who did not live to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel a level of guilt for them.
Can we talk
them
about
not being able to make
I
it?
apologize
Go
for
ahead,
the
I'm
control.
sorry.
No. That's you just saying that inspired me to think of something. What about the trauma? It's because as a young man, you're saying people not make it. I'm quite sure that you saw some people your age not make it. How do y'all feel, man? How do you feel that trauma of pain that you saw, or whether it's friends getting killed or is Atlanta and LA got hit hard with the drug game? You know what I'm saying? So the drug game hit our communities bad too. Fact, how do y'all feel that we are doing when it comes to just the trauma of our childhood and the things we've seen? How has that trauma sometimes played out in y'all's lives, even personally? Some of the horrible things that maybe unfortunately were normalized, like, there's another dead body. Or there's another, it's like it happens so much, it's normalized, but that ain't normal and it shouldn't be normal in a person's life. Have those things impacted your psyche, your psychological state as young black men?
It make me numb. I'm a little numb to it. I'm a little numb. I'm probably desensitized
Do you think
to
that's
a
good or
certain
bad?
degree. I'm not here to judge whether it's good or bad. I'm just living with it.
You don't judge yourself on
I
that?
don't judge. I don't judge myself. But it does two things. So I'm numb to it. I am desensitized, but I also learn to appreciate the blessings and the things that I've been able to evolve beyond. and the things that I've been able to afford my family and the people around me, because all of the things that I've gone through that I'm explaining to you about my childhood, after me, no more.
Woo!
You feel me?
Wait a
None
minute,
of my
that's good,
cousins
bro.
went to prison.
That's
None
good.
of my children, like after me, that was it. It died here. You feel me? So whatever that trauma is, whatever that, you know, it's also coupled or parallel with a peace, a thankfulness that I'm the last in my family to have to endure that.
A question for that, as like a man that has provided to give his kids a completely different upbringing, how do you instill in them the same grit that you developed in the hood? They ain't in the hood. They gated community. I
remember on the show you used to take them down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they are adjacent because, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my cousins still they cousins, my uncles still they uncles. And to be honest with you, my oldest sons, Demani, he'll tell people all the time, yeah, like I went to see my daddy live with him on the weekend. But when I went back to my mama's house, I was still in the apartments in the neighborhood, going to school, public school. You know what I'm saying? So they still kind of got a chance to, how do I say, be properly motivated. Because every young man, every child want to do for their mother in a way. You know what I'm saying? So they hustle. My oldest son, his motivation is, man, I want to buy my mama a house the way you bought your mama a house. I want to do for mine the way I saw you do for yours. And other kids, I feel like as long as you earn everything you have, as long as you earn everything you have, you know, my children, man, to the point now, they don't like to ask me for nothing, because they know it coming with some. It ain't just no quiet here. It's like, all right, so when I'm gonna get this back? How we doing this? What are you doing? What are you doing to deserve this? How are you going to earn? What are you going to do to add value to whatever it is? Now, I support you, but what are you going to do to earn this level of support?
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the one thing that I can do and just kind of speak to them, for lack of a better term, professionally. You know what I'm saying? You know, talk to them about profit and loss, about liabilities versus assets, and you know what I'm saying?
No, great question on
just
that.
speaking to them in the old manners and like, man, what are you going to do to bring something to the table? Because there shall come a time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna kick back and I'm gonna be feeding off you.
So, man, let me ask y'all this one. Let me ask y'all this one. This one that's kind of fun and just kind of funny for me, in a good way. Is because I would love to know y'all's perspective based on the journeys that y'all taken in life. So like we're all from the mud, right? We're all from the block. Facts, right? And we know in every community, every hood community, is that local little hood church. Right? You know what I'm saying? Every community got that little local hood church, got that, got that window, they got the AC box sticking out of it, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's small, they don't smell always the best, got the ceiling fans, you know what I'm saying? Got the, church fans up in there. And do you guys remember a local, like, hood church when you were coming up? That was like the little church that that maybe your aunt and grandmama and them went to?
Oh yeah, it's still open. Both of them.
My question to y'all is that, how do you feel like those local churches, how did they benefit the community?
So on this episode, on that clip, I was thinking about my kids and what I have provided for them. Just seeing, man, like where they could have been without me in their life, and just now I know that I have provided. I wish I could provide a lot more, like a house and everything, but my kids will tell you, bro, like they have all the new shoes, you know what I mean? They have new clothes. We go through our times, we go through hard times, like shit. Times are way harder now, but they're living a different life than I ever had. And I worked my ass off to provide that for them. And I'm blessed to just be in the position I am, to be able to feed my kids, to get them certain things. They got iPhones, they all got tablets, PlayStation 5, like they got certain things that some kids would never have. And I don't want them to ever take certain stuff for granted. You feel me? Like, but I've also instilled in them certain things like they are some hustlers. Like one thing about my kids, bro, they gonna go get some money, and if I tell them no, they just gonna find a way. They gonna sell something, and I'm looking at them like, damn, like yeah, I was like that at that age, but I was like that for another reason, cause I ain't have no father in the house. They got me, and they know they got me, but they still want to get. They want their own, and they want to be able to take care of their family. Like my kids love to take care. They gonna look out. They look out for me. They buy me stuff. That's crazy. Like my kids bought me stuff for my birthday. They'll be ordering. They know how to order shit online, and the shit be arriving. They'll be like, "Dad, oh, I got something coming in the mail," and they've been doing this shit for a while, and it just shows me just like, bro. Sometimes I sit back and be like, cause I'm hard on myself. Like I'm very hard on myself as a parent, and even when it come down to their school, like I'm hard because everything falls back on me. And you know how like I don't know how other single father feel, or you know what I mean, but it's like a different type of like because people already looking like why they ain't with their mom, so they already feel like it's already looking for me to fail. I feel like that all the time that people want to see me fail, and it's crazy behind the scenes, man. I really want to speak on this, but I say this right when you've been a very valuable asset in people's life, and they do little slick shit, and you cut them off over time, they will understand your values. And you'll see it by them motherfuckers will reach out to certain people. They'll reach out to people that you still cool with. They're just trying to get in touch with you. And I'm gonna tell people like this: whoever see this, I'm not changing my fucking mind on how I feel about you. Because when I was in your life, you was a fucking snake, and you probably still is a snake. I don't respect snakes, and I ain't gonna say with too much, cause I don't wanna get in no trouble on here. But I don't respect niggas like you. I don't respect your brother, and I ain't got no love for you or your family. And that's just me being real. We not family. We not nothing. Everything that I have earned, bro, everything I have put my heart and earn to, bro, that's come from me hustling. Everything I have grown on social media, whether you feel like it's been anything, bro, all I do is post, run ads, market my motherfucking self. I ain't got nobody behind me pushing me. I ain't got no I ain't it's not none of this shit, bro. I appreciate whoever support me, but ain't nobody been behind me. I got and you know what's so traumatizing from this whole situation, right? My daughter seen a picture of me, CJ, and if y'all on TikTok, y'all know the little Asian family that be talking black. So I went to school with them. So me and Kathleen is in the set like is in the prom picture together. And y'all can go look them. I don't know their TikTok name, and I don't have no problem with them. But I don't be around people we grew up no more, like we went to school with. And my daughter was like, "Dang, Dad, I want to meet her." You know what I mean? Cause they funny. And what's so crazy is looking at them. That shit's so normal because they rode the bus with us. And with me, Q, Jared, all them stories we used to talk about us on the bus, Kat and her family, like other than her brother, they used to ride the bus with us. And I like, bro, like we was lit on the bus. Like our 585, you rode 585, you went to Bad Middle School. You know what time it was. We was that way. We stayed in some shit. Like there wasn't no better bus to ride than 585. So now, but I feel like all the trauma that I have went to have really probably kept me from better opportunity because I don't really trust nobody. I don't really want to fuck with nobody. And they might be good people, but my trauma has fucked me up to the point, and people might say you might not be over it. No, I just don't like to. I don't like to test something that I might not know that might trigger me. So I try to stay away from situations that I know might trigger me. Even if they're not the people that's gonna trigger me. Whoever the fuck you might be around, I might not like them. Cause a lot of people that we still go to school with, like CJ, we and CJ had this shit on live where he wants me like, bro, you probably be bigger than where you was if you come around and open up and be more do opportunity. I don't give a fuck about that. I mean, I do and I don't. Two things can be right. I do, but I don't. So, and then I think about it, and I'm like, damn, am I keeping my kids away from better opportunity as well? So I question myself a lot, man, but I'm still working on me. I'm still trying to see how I want to do things and how I want to go. Cause like I said, bro, it's still I'm still grieving. You feel me? So I don't know, man. I question that. I'm still whatever, but I shout out to them though, man. Whatever they how they doing on TikTok, man. Because didn't with Kathleen, like she was always cool in school and whatever. But this is my last video I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna get up out of here, yo. It's the
In
last clip.
reality. It's painful, but there's also a peace. Because when you're young and problems are all around you, you don't even know you got problems. It's something like problems and pain are kind of like your norm. But the problems and pain of a child seem so normal that when you grow up, the bills and responsibilities that you now have, that make it difficult, make life harder. How has it been for y'all? Do you, when you look back at where you're from, do you have memories of pain or is it memories of peace?
For me, I just look at like, I always look at the forward motion period. You know, I don't have no reason to look back if I'm doing better than I did to get to where I had to go. And that's what I always put in front. Like, I could be here, but I'm here.
Who taught you that though?
I just had to get to that space just in my own peace. Because if not, you will start trying to make up for things that don't need to be made up for.
But I'm asking you though, who taught you that?
Nobody. I learned this on my own.
Really?
Just from, I think, you know, I'm a producer, so I deal with a lot of different egos. And I think that's first and foremost, like how I deal with each person that come through the door. I can't have my stress in the mix of when they come in the room, right? So I learned to be able to throw all whatever going on with me, it's out the window because I'm there for them. Because I know they coming in there with something, right? And I got to try to cut down on their little something that we can get to where we got to go, right? And if you have all of that in the room, you're not gonna get nowhere. Because you thinking about this, they thinking about this. You trying to tell them what y'all trying to, it's just you got to figure out how to, compartmentalize. What it is that you're doing, and I think that's what
well used. That was well used. I approve.
But is it a place of peace or pain when you look back at where young Jermaine came from?
No. It's like I said, it's a reminder of how far I've come. That's all for me.
Progress.
Yeah, the furthest,
That's what I see. I see progress. I see progress. I see evolution. I see, what I'm saying? When I started, I always knew that God had something more for me than just my present environment. I always knew that.
Okay.
And
how old were you when you knew that? Or when you started realizing?
Very young, 6, 7, 8. I just always knew it. And the thing is, the environment, the people around me, they saw that in me before anybody celebrated me as a celebrity or a talent or anything. My community rallied around me and kind of hoisted me up as that first. You know what I'm saying? So when I look back, I see progress. I always say like, this the best it's ever been and the best is yet to come. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. And what about you, man? What about y'all? When you look back, is it pain or peace?
I think like it's like more so like kind of like what Tip said. Like before I was like Jacquees, who I am now, I was always a neighborhood superstar. So I kind of feel like that's why I never really got into the game and really just like fully like just lost myself. Of course we go through different things in the game, you know what I'm saying? But I always could look back on where I'm from and kind of gain some type of vision, you know what I'm saying, of where I need to go. Because like Tip said, when I was young, everybody knew I was going to be who I am now. I would walk in the barbershop, they'll be like, hit it, Lil Quee, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to sweep in the barbershop. But I would sing and I would do all that stuff. And, everybody around the neighborhood, no matter what the other guys was doing in the neighborhood, they would pull me to the barbershop so I would keep myself out of the different things that was going on in my community. So when I look back, it's really something that motivates me. You know what I'm saying? When I look back on it, I'm like, man, I remember being on Western Chapel and going to the barbershop and just getting that game from them, watching my friends make different choices, but also my friends who was making the different choices, they wouldn't even let me make certain choices because they knew that my career was just so promising. So, you know, a lot of times like today, I'll go back to my neighborhood and, you know, probably get a shape up or get something to eat from the wing spot just to remind myself of where I came from. You know what I mean? And it just motivates me to do more.
Hey, babe, what about you,
Yeah.
bro?
For me, I think I grew up in a way that my mom and dad sheltered everything so much to where it was all good. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was no worries. You don't gotta worry about this. They gave me this childhood. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
And then I think as I got older, I realized how much they were working to provide that life for me. You know what I mean? Because, you know, shortly after when I turned 18, graduated, all right, y'all, I'm out. They got a divorce.
Wow.
Literally when I graduated. So I left the house, they separated.
All right, y'all. So that was the last clip. It kind of went off with everything I said before. Let's just another clip, but I'm gonna get up out of here, man, cause I'm getting tired of shit, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna put the full video link down there, man. It was a good, very good episode. Um, I say this at the end, man. I know a lot of people going through mental health right now, bro. I just want everybody to know. I know times are hard. It's holiday times. People struggling, trying to get things for Christmas, which I could care for two fucks about. But man, we its times are gonna get rougher and rougher, man. So don't sweat the small things, man. We just trying to survive out here, bro. Like no matter how good I'm doing, bro, I ain't gonna never forget where I'm coming from, or I came from. So I don't really like, you know what I mean? I know some days it seems like I might be being petty and trying to act like I'm shitting on people. Like if you on my Facebook, you'll know what I mean. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm just a struggling single father, bro. I don't care if I got $1 million or $10 million. I'm always gonna be a struggling single because I don't want you to know my business. But I'm always never gonna forget to reach out or be there for people. But don't overdo it, bro, when it comes to certain things, bro. Because people will use your kindness for weakness, and they'll try to goddamn. People are manipulators, and once they see you doing good, a lot of motherfuckers want to come back in, and they be opportunists, just looking for an opportunity they damn self. And then when they get their opportunity, they gonna cut you the fuck off. I had to cut a lot of people out. Like a lot of people, I'm gonna be so real, and I hope people see this. If you hit me on my goddamn Facebook Messenger and I don't respond back, it's a reason I'm not responding back. Because I'm trying not to react like the old age and cuss your ass out and just tell you how I really feel. I'm trying to think of a better way to say it when I do respond. Do I feel like shit's gonna change? No, because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of people be acting like they don't have, like they be so busy to reach out or just be there for you or whatever, and you don't be that fucking busy because you make time for what the fuck you want to make time for. Then after a while, you want to hit me up. Nah, I'm good, dog. Don't hit me. We straight. Everybody got their own life. Everybody go their own way, bro. I'm not mad. Just you can't get mad if I don't respond. Feel me? Like we grown now. Everybody, some people grow apart. Some people get married, and especially people that are married. I got a lot of married homies that talk to me about advice, about relationships and everything. That's the respect I get. So I know I had another homie just felt like when he got married, you cut a nigga off because I wasn't married. And I wouldn't probably understand what y'all like. I don't like niggas like that do shit like that. And that's probably what you did. I know that's what you did. Crazy part is I talked to you about you and your female a few times with you. I'm pulled up at your mom's house. I done seen you and went. I done came to you and your brother event at Pinups while y'all performed. And y'all just had a birthday. And y'all ain't here for me. Just like I ain't here from y'all. So look, please, people, let's not reach out to each other no more and let's just keep this shit how it is. Cause I ain't fucking with y'all. And another person that reached out to me, I'm not gonna say your name, ma'am, but at the end of the day, we used to be brother and sis. My nigga, you ain't pulled up on me ever. And I hope one day you watch this shit as a like. I hope one day y'all sit here and click on this shit and watch it. Cause I'm not even gonna send it. Somebody send it to you. You was supposed to be assisting me. I'm more closer to my bro too than I'm closer to you. And I met two through you. So now I know you know who I'm talking about. I'm just not like I'm at a different point in my life, bro. My kids need me. My nephews and nieces need me. My mom need me. You feel me? Like I got really people that really respect me and really depend on me to be healthy and depend on me to keep doing this shit and keep like you feel me? Like they really look up to me. So I'm not finna even go backwards. Sometimes you can't look backwards, bro. You just gotta keep moving forward because your past can be a downfall for you because people could just be holding you back from greatness. Like I didn't believe in myself for a while, for a long while. I ain't had that confidence to believe in myself for a while. Even when I was boxing, people seen greatness in me that I ain't never see. You get what I'm saying? Like so, it's like, and that's another thing, bro. When I was boxing, didn't nobody pull up to my fights. That's why I say people wonder why I'm so like this, bro. The love ain't real, bro. Like don't nobody really support me, but I know who do. But everybody that claim they support me don't support me, dog. Like it don't be real. So once you get the turn, like once you come to terms with certain shit, hey man, it is what it is, bro. You live your life and you move on, and it's just another day. But keep your head up if you are going through mental health, man. If you got any questions or anything, want to reach out, bro, hit me on the comments. Let me know. I'm always willing to talk, but I'm out, man. Rest in peace to my brother Q. I miss you, brother. Shout out to 21 Savage for that I Wish remix because I was listening to that all weekend long. Had a little moment for my brother. I miss you. And I wish you was here, man, because the more I do this shit, the more I see it grow, man, the more I'm gonna I wish you was here every day, dog. All right, man. I'm out, man. One episode 74.